Okay, so this is the final drawing of our three-part series of basic introduction to AutoCAD, and in the first two videos we have managed to look at the tools from the draw panel. So all of these tools, we look at them, right, and their functions, and also the tools or the commands from the modify panel. The only one we did not look at, video number 2, is array, and we won't be doing this one today, but very soon we'll learn how to use array. We also want to look at annotate to dimension our drawings. That's basically to put on these dimensions on it, and we'll just briefly scratch the surface of our layers, how to manage our drawings in terms of layers. We are going to get started, and based on the tools that we learned about in the last tutorial, we are going to be using them today to make this, to construct this drawing. So we want to start with the dimensions that we are given here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. So all of them have the same center, which makes them concentric circles, right? So we are going to start with a radius of 16, and we have a radius of 20, and then a radius of 25. So we could do those 3 circles first, these 3 on the inside. So let's choose circle, and we are going to choose radius, center radius. So we are going to specify our center point, and just type in our distance of 16 and press enter. Now the circle is very small. We can just put the mouse in the direction of the circle and roll the middle key forward, and if you get this, it's because it was being zoomed from so far. Alright, so we are going to just quickly enter C circle for the shortcut for circle, and then we'll find the center by hovering over the circumference and type our next radius, which is 20. Enter, and we'll repeat the command by pressing enter and hover over the circumference again to find the center. Press enter, and we can just type 25 for third circle. So we are right here. We need this radius, so we can search the circle for the radius, and it's right here. What we're going to do next is just to complete the other 2 circles, and this diameter we really need to zoom out on this side to see this diameter is 75, and for the other circle it has a diameter of 100. So let's just draw those real quickly. Circle, and we're able to come back on this side, find the center, and we are not going to enter the radius as is down here in the default. We are going to select diameter and enter a diameter of 75 units. Enter. And we are just going to repeat the circle command again by pressing C, enter, or just pressing enter as it was the last command. So our radius for this circle is, well, our diameter for this circle, so let's select diameter here, is 100. Enter. So that's the final circle. So we have all 5 circles right here, and we could just go ahead real quickly. This one is indicated as a center circle between these 2 points, so I am going to change the type of circle. If you notice over here, this is the indication of a center line, a long stroke with a short one with a long one. So AutoCAD, you have the ability to change your line types. So you're being introduced to line types. You go to Auto, and then you're able to load because it's not there, and you have an array of line types in here. So we could just scroll down to center, and we have different types of center lines. So we're just going to choose this one, press OK, and now it appears here. We're able to choose it and press OK. So we can now select this line and go to line types, and center appears here. So we have put that on the center layer. Let me just escape, and we're just going to draw these two center lines. So this one basically connects from one end to the other. So we're going to select line, ensure that object snap is on, and that quadrant is also on. This one right here should be ticked. Right, and then you're going to just select on the outside of the circle, that's the quadrant sign, and we select over here as well. And we already learned about the offset command. We're going to offset is 95 and then the 10. So AutoCAD is asking us to specify our offset distance 95. Enter, we select the object and we select the side to offset, and we are going to press offset again, enter to escape the command, enter again to repeat it, and now we'll change the offset distance from 95 to 10 and we'll offset that one up. So I'll type in 10 and press enter, and I'm just going to select and select above that line. Now if you notice, when we're putting in dimensions there, we have 4 decimal places, so we could change that real quickly. So you're learning a lot of things at once. Units, and we're going to just select units, and we are able to change the decimal place value here to 0. Everything else is okay. We're in millimeters. We'll just leave those for now. We'll look at that in detail in another video. So I am able now to draw a line, the center line from the quadrant here all the way down to this point. So that's indicating my center point, right? And from this center line here, we have a distance of 40 for these two lines which are parallel to the center line. So we can use offset command again to get those. So let's just choose offset real quickly. Offset, and distance is 20 for each side, and we select the object and we select the side, and we'll repeat that for the other side. So we have those, and we realize that for this drawing, these lines protrude behind this face right here, so we are going to trim them off. So we'll go to the trim tool, select this as an edge, press enter, and then we're able to select these. Escape. So the ones that protrude up here, we won't need these either. We can just erase those as well. So we can right click, press erase. We could have pressed erase up here. So we are able now to put in our circles. But before we do that, I want to show you another command which is very handy and useful. Well, maybe I shouldn't have trimmed this line because it is our center line. So what I'm going to do before I use that command is just to extend, and that's at the drop down or here with trim. So I'm going to select this as my boundary, press enter, and then I'm going to just extend this line, escape or enter. So now I'm able to show you what I was talking about earlier. This is a center line, and this is also a center line, and this is a center line, but these two are not represented as center lines. So we are going to match the property. We go right here, click match property, we select the source object, and then select the objects we want to put on that same with the same properties. So then we select the objects we want to put with the same properties. Alright, so we are now able to draw our circles, which are these 4 circles here. We could just choose circle and select our center point, and our radius for the circle is 6. So we are just going to type in 6, enter, and we are able to copy this circle. So we're going to use the copy command, select the object, press enter, and then we select the point where we want to pick it up from and where we are going to place it to. So that's one area, and right there would be one, and then we'll zoom in again just to get this one as well. So we're finished copying, we can press escape or enter. So we have some lines here that we are not needing. We're going to trim, and we can select trim from the extend command, press enter, and just trim this part and this part, right? Again, we want to look over here. We have a line of 100, so we know that from this line we could offset 50 here and 50 here. So let's use the offset command again, and I'm going to type in 50, enter, select object to offset and select side. Again, this is the center line I've copied, so I can match properties and select this as the original layer and just change these. And then we could also trim again, press enter, and we could just select these and trim them out. And we'll also trim here as well. And we are also going to trim on the inside, for these lines are not needed. So we have gotten rid of all the lines that we do not need. All we need to do now is just to put in our radius or curves here. So we're going to use the fillet tool that we learned about. So these two radius would be 5 and these two will be 10. So I'm going to do these two first. So let's choose fillet and then click radius. We're going to type in 5, enter, and click both lines 1, 2. So I'll just press enter to repeat the fillet command, radius, and then I'll do the same thing because AutoCAD remember the last distance on that command, enter, and I'm able to put in, just click those two lines again. I'm going to once again select fillet because we still have to fillet these two, so we can just press enter again and then choose radius. Pay attention this time, the radius now is 10, and I want to show you a cool trick. I'm going to press enter, and now because I have two of them that I want to do at once, just as I had these before, but I'm going to show you we could choose multiple, and now we are able to select this line and that line, that's one, and we're also able to select this one and this one because we have chosen multiple. So we're able to do more than one with the same diameter or radius, sorry. So that's basically it in terms of our drawing. It's completed, and now we'll move to the annotation tab. So to annotate is basically to dimension, and we also have an extended annotate tab here where we could use, or we could just use the simple one from home. So we're going to start with a dimension, and we could click up here the drop down arrow and start at the very first one, linear. You're also able to dimension angles and radius and diameter, and we'll be using these also. So let's just choose linear dimension, and we are going to start by clicking just the 2 points that you would like to have your dimension, and then you pull your dimension in place and just snap, and AutoCAD automatically choosing the dimension for you. Now we can repeat this command, or we could just introduce you to layers now. Up here AutoCAD automatically draws on the 0 layer, so we want to create a new layer and put the dimension on it, and we are going to see how to do that. So we have selected layer properties, this window comes up, and we are going to select a new layer here, and then we are going to type in dimension, right? And we are able now to, from this window, we can change the color of the dimension layer, or we could change it when we get outside here. Let me just leave it for now. So if I choose dimension here, and I go up here and I choose dimension, I am able to change the color from here. So I want to use say this color for my dimension. I like using this color. Okay, so I've selected dimension. Okay, so this is now the dimension layer, and if I want to complete all my dimensions like this, I can just go to the layer property, select dimension, and this makes it current. So this is the layer we are drawing on now. So if I select linear again and select these 2 points, it automatically draws up with the same properties on the dimension layer. So you don't have to be going back and forth and change it. So I do not want my dimension to start all the way up here, so I'll just tap that one down here and tap this one down here instead of having the dimension going through the joint. And now to finish our dimension, we could just put in a radius, and we could just select radius here, and all we have to do is just click on the circle that we want to draw the radius for. So say we wanted to do this one. If we zoom in there, you're able to place your dimension where you want, and the arrow is showing you which of the circles the radius is being drawn for, or the radius is attached to. So we're going to use another one, and let's just choose diameter, and now we're going to select this big one here, and again you can see we have options to place it on the outside or the inside. Right, I'm just going to place it on the inside, and again it's pointing on the circle, and now the sign is automatically put in place by AutoCAD. A very nice feature. So you could just go ahead and finish the dimensions for the rest of the joint. If you want some more demonstration, we could select linear again and just select these points, pull it out, and repeat by pressing enter right here, and the center line should be 95, and we could just put it out there. Our drawing would be finished, except we would just have to put in some more radius and so on, but you get the general idea of dimensioning. Based on what we have done here today, I am very confident that you are able to complete your drawing in AutoCAD. All we need to do now is learn how to print, so we could just go to print here, or plot. I'm just going to press continue. We want to just choose the printer, and we're going to print to PDF, and we'll use this paper size. We have many of them depending on the size paper you want to print on, but we are going to just use this one. And display what to plot, and we could choose Windows here. We have not entered any limits, so it's asking us for a plot corner, so we could choose, we want to plot from here just what's in this window there, and then we could just go over here, number of copies we only need one, and we are in portrait view, which is okay for our drawing. We could change it down here to landscape if we want, so but we'll allow this drawing to remain in portrait mode based on the orientation of our drawing. Okay, and we'll just choose somewhere to save it. We can save it in documents and press save, and our PDF is ready to be published, and that's our PDF file right here. So that's basically it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be coming out with some more videos, so just stay tuned and subscribe so you can get the latest videos as soon as I upload them. Thank you for watching.